I think I'm live. There we go. We're live. Yeah, it's real Keith Sweat too, Lisa. Like he's real.
Keith Sweat, the light skin version. I'm the one and only.
Awesome.
Hey guys. I know Lisa. She's busy. She's probably got carpal tunnel, so she's probably got a surgery scheduled for signing all these checks with you guys coming in. So we don't want to keep Lisa too long, but she decided to bless us with her presence. Lisa, I just want to say thank you real quick for all you do, not only for our community in LSP, but you've taken your time out for me a couple times, and you've answered some questions that I know you didn't have to answer at the time, or I know your inbox is always full, and you're always signing checks, so your thumbs are always burning, and your hands probably stuck like this. So I just want to say that you're greatly appreciated. Much gratitude for what you do in our industry and in our space. You know, we see you dancing in our space, and just keep playing the music, because it's the best and the best. So
thank you so much. I appreciate that, and thank you so much for inviting me to hang out with you guys tonight.
Yeah. These cats have like literally. Hey, we're in week 7 of an 8-week.
Nice.
Let me tell you, like I've seen transformations happen over the last over the 7 weeks here. And
okay.
I've seen people make videos and put themselves out there, and the commissions and the tears have shed. And I mean, it's just been like it's been unbelievable what's going on. I can't wait to like finish the boot camp, go back, and see how we can do it better. You know, so I mean, we got raw people are hitting L1. We got people right on the edge of L1. People that have never made it in their life, like doing it right here in this space. And I mean, it's been amazing. So it's been awesome.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, for sure. So I know that we kind of chatted earlier. What I think, and I only speak for what I've seen. You know, obviously, I think I've earned it a little bit. I'm on the edge of L5 here. So I've seen some things, and the biggest thing that I want out of this group and out of what we got going on here is everybody to get into profit. You know, I think we talked about that once. You know, making sure that everyone has that vision that they can move into that daily routine that is going to help them get to that profit. And help them become better marketers and move to that coveted $2,000, $3,000 a month mark. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, we definitely. I mean, literally, there's about 50 people in our group, and I mean every single person here, and the future. Because I know if you're like watching this in the future. You were worthy of it. So everybody here is worthy of hitting those ranks. Everyone here has the skill set and the capacity to do it. I know it. I wouldn't just say it. And if I did say it, I'd tell you straight right up. You know, there's people. Everybody here in this space has the capacity to hit the top ranks in whatever you want to do, whatever. So
that's it.
So I'll start it off, my friend. Tell me how. Because I just want to. I'm curious. You know, shit. I got you here, right? So hell, I'm curious. I mean, what made you go from like MLSP here, and then I know you popped into another system. Like, did you have to feel like you were like, okay, let me test out the waters over here real quick, you know? And then come back. Like, what was going through your mind? Like, what was the process there? Because you crushed EN. I know that. So, where was that like turning point for you?
Yeah. Well, I was with MLSP when they first launched. They were only 4 months old at the time. This was back in I guess 2008. They were only 4 months old, and it was my first place, really. It's the first, they were the first people to really show, because I knew about a little bit about capture pages and autoresponders and things like that, and marketing, but MLSP was really where I really started having success. Because the system just rocks. It rocked then and it rocks now. The only difference is that we get paid differently now. We get paid much more than we did back then. Back then your commission was like $15 a month per person. Now it's $100 a month per person. That's a big deal.
Those are yummy.
Yeah. So when I joined EN, I had been through different companies already, just kind of feeling waters and just trying out different things and having success with some and not having success with some, and just doing a whole bunch of different things, just trying out new things, because I just believe that you need to be trying out stuff until you figure out what you like, what you feel like is part of you, because you don't want to get into something that you're not happy with, right? So what does it say? I got this green thing. Okay, here we go. So anyway, I was with a few different companies, and then at that end, right before I joined EN, I was with a health and wellness company. I'm actually still with that company, but it started going down. So I was kind of like in a transition, because my commissions were just going down and my residuals were going down. It was just ridiculous. The business was just not going good for me at some point. It was going good for a while. I had advanced a little bit, and then it kind of started going, a little south.
We were in the same company.
Let's start with a B?
I'm sorry?
Let's start with a B?
Oh, that one? Oh, that one. No, that was a different one. I know which one you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm still with them, and I still use their products, and I still refer people, to the products every now and then if it comes up in conversation, but I don't build the business at all, but whatever. So then anyway, so as it was going down, I was 3 months backed up in rent at that time. This was in 2013. 3 months backed up in rent. I had $150 to my name in the bank account. And that's exactly how much it costs to get in to EN. Yeah. So I was like, save this for my rent or invest it in my business. I think I'll go and invest it in my business. Sorry, landlord, you're going to have to wait. Right? So, I made my landlord wait, because I just decided to take my last little $150 and just sign up in that company and just roll up my sleeves and just go head down for the first 90 days. When I came up for air, I had made $25,000. And it was really because I focused on just one thing. And if you've seen any of my videos like that and stuff on YouTube or Facebook, you know that I'm a very, 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 very big advocate of choosing a strategy and sticking with it. I don't believe in, unless you have like some kind of maybe an assistant or something like that, or, like a social media manager or whatever that can manage all of your accounts. But if you are just you and you don't have anybody working for you, which I didn't at the time, I do now, but I didn't at the time, it's really impossible for you to be on Facebook and Twitter and this new one coming out and then that one new coming out and Instagram and, Periscope and all these different things. And you're like, you just want to pull your hair out because you feel like, now with Snapchat and everything, right? It's like all these new platforms are coming around, and then I found myself being all over the place on all different platforms and really not getting anywhere. Just frustrated, right? So when I just said, let me just pick a platform, I chose Facebook, and let me just focus on that for 90 days. And that's exactly what I did. And I just went hardcore with just Facebook. And still to this day, it's 3 years later, I'm still on Facebook, and that's really all I focused on. I played around with Instagram for a little while. I did that for a year straight where I wasn't really building too much on Facebook. I really started getting back, hardcore back into Facebook for the past year. Because what I noticed, and this is a little weird observation, I guess, that I picked up, was that I was sponsoring people inside of, I guess, MLSP, right? But I noticed that even in EN, I noticed that the people that came in from Instagram, that signed up through Instagram, those were usually the ones that canceled their accounts and quit. Very strange. Then I started noticing that the people that I was signing up inside of Facebook stuck around longer. Not everybody, but most of them stuck around longer. And I was like, this is interesting. Let me look at the people that are quitting and see if I could track back where they came from. Because, I track everything. I'm like the tracking queen, right?
The way you do, because the way you track stuff is beautiful.
Yeah, so I track everything. And so I was tracking. So every time somebody canceled their account, I would look to see where that person came from. And I started noticing a trend of these people that were canceling were coming from Instagram. So that's when I was like, I don't want to do Instagram anymore. So I kind of just dropped it and left it alone and just went hardcore and picked one and went with Facebook, and I just started mastering that. And before I knew it, I was rank advancing. My team was rank advancing because I had them doing basically all the same thing that I was doing, focusing on Facebook. That's it. So that's how that happened. That was kind of like the transition.
Right, and that's what we've been doing. We haven't, I know there's a couple people that they'll see some things and, hey, MLSP's having Twitter training over here. Aaron's got his Snapchat training over here. But, I would account that too. When I came in with Kate McShay, I was like so fresh that like I couldn't do anything but what she said to do. And it was, thank God she just told me to just do one thing. And from that day on, like literally, I got my 2-year anniversary will be in September 1st. And I haven't touched Twitter. I haven't touched Instagram. I literally just texted Nick and I was like, yo, hook me up, man. Let's get this YouTube thing rocking.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's now, that's so cool that it's so easy. I mean, MLSP is easy.
It really is.
You keep telling yourself that. I mean, it's like so flipping easy.
It's funny because in my tribe, that's the word that I get people started with. I have them practice the word easy, and I have them write it down and everything because that's exactly what it is. It couldn't be any easier to find. I mean, think about this for a second. MLSP is an internet marketing system that was designed for network marketers who want to build their business online. Okay, we got that right? So now if you think about it further, let's break it down even further and get a little deeper. Think about how many network marketing companies that are out there. Thousands upon thousands of network marketing companies out there. New ones coming on every day, right? New companies, new people joining every single day, new fresh blood, people just getting introduced to this industry every single day, and it's not going to stop ever. So when people say, "Oh, this industry is saturated," or "This is saturated," I just laugh. I'm like, okay, go stay at your saturated job then.
People turn 18 every day. People turn 18 every day,
exactly.
and they don't want to go to college. They can get their degree, but I mean, why not make 6 figures before you graduate?
Correct. And so when you think about it, if there's thousands and thousands and thousands of network marketing companies out there, with each of them having thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of reps inside of each of those thousands of companies, yet out of those hundreds of thousands of reps that are in there, about 97-98% of them are failing.
Right.
Where does that leave you and me?
Yeah. That's
With a whole bunch of people, to sponsor.
Yeah. Yeah. 97% of people are looking to say yes to your product from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they know it in their mind, you know, they need it.
Right.
Right. So with your tribe, I mean, I've seen you guys and rocking and rolling, and I'm good friends with a lot of the top producers there. Let me ask you this. From what you've seen, I know you track everything. All right, I know that you track absolutely everything. So from the people that have come through your tribe, like Sean and Keisha, Aaron, the people that are the new people, the people that have, you know, fresh to it, because I know a few of them have some pretty good experience. From the ones that are experienced and the ones that are fresh, what are you seeing different that's making the difference, and why are those people getting the kind of results that they're getting in our space?
I think it's because the people that are having results are the ones that are actually showing up every day and doing the work.
Okay.
Because it's usually the ones that say, "Oh, I'm not generating leads, and I'm not making any sales." But when you look at like their Facebook wall, for example, they're not really talking about anything, or they're posting garbage, and it's just irrelevant to what they should be doing.
Right.
And that's adding value to the community. If you look at Keisha and you look at Sean, for example, and Erin, for example, what are they doing? They're providing value. They're connected with new people. They're having conversations with people. They're getting people on the phone. They're texting people, that are coming in, the leads that they're generating and things like that. They're doing the work. So that's the difference between the people who say they want it and the people who actually want it.
Right. Right. That's big. That's big. So so you say they're doing the work. What would you consider? Let's just let's keep it at like worst case scenario. So let's talk to the person that has like a 12-hour shift. They've got kids. Like, I don't want to make this easy for anybody, so there's no damn excuses. All right. So you got a 12-hour shift. You got kids. You have one arm. Your internet sucks. Let's see what else. You're shy. Let's say like you can only see out of one eye. All right. And
actually, that is true. I really can just see out of one eye.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Man, and you got that nice Mercedes too. You need a driver? Hey, you need a driver?
It's the right eye you can see out of, right?
I'm partially blind. If you can notice it in my pictures, because like one eye is a little bit smaller than the other in some of my pictures, and it's because my left eye, when I was a baby, I was supposed to wear a patch on this eye to make this eye, the muscle in this eye, stronger. And I used to cry and cry and cry, and the patch would fall off, and my mother just pretty much gave up on me. And so I can't see. If I close my eye like this, everything is blurry. Like I could see images and its shapes and colors a little bit, but I can't make anything out. It's just a complete blur.
So you heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first. There's no damn excuses. There's no excuses. But
my one eye is my power eye.
You can see the future with that eye, damn it.
That's right. That's the money eye.
So like 12-hour shift, one eye, one arm, no computer. What's the daily routine looking like that gets people to L1, puts people in profit, and is going to help somebody rank advance in their company?
Yep, I am going to well, let me see. Hold on for a second. I'm actually looking for a post that I want to share with you guys that I posted on my wall. Hold on. It's coming up. Just give me a minute. Because this right here is really all that the new person who has the one eye and the one leg and a job that's like, 40 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I could find it real quick. What's today? The 12th? Let me see. Because I'm going to share my screen. Here it goes. I found it. Let me make this a little bigger. Okay. I'm going to share my screen with you.
Okay, you're presenting, so you're all good.
All right, let me know if you could see my screen.
Yep.
Okay, so this post that I posted right here, I
I saw
said,
that.
and I'll read it to you guys. I just set a timer to see how long it would take me to shoot a 5-minute video, edit the video, upload it to YouTube, add SEO to the video, create an image for my blog post, create a blog post with the video in it, and create an email and send that out, with a video blog to my list. Exactly 1 hour. 1 hour. So when somebody comes to tell me that they have, a 50-hour-a-day job and they have 50 million kids and they just don't have time to breathe, I laugh because I'm like, you mean to tell me that you don't have an hour, like before you go to bed, to knock out your daily activity for the following day? I don't buy it. I really, 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 really don't buy it. I'll finish reading this real quick. It took me exactly an hour. Let me repeat that. Took me exactly 1 stinking hour of my time. So when someone tells me they don't have time to do videos and blog daily, I just laugh in their face and say, that's interesting because you sure have an hour to do non-income producing activities like browsing through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram feeds. Case in point, you're reading this right now to see what everybody else is doing and the success that everyone else is having instead of taking an hour to focus on your own blank. So I hope that answered your question. Where's my...
I think somebody got hit in the mouth.
So I hope that answered your question. So when somebody tells me that, what can somebody do? I just listed a whole bunch of stuff that you could do. Do the blog post, do the video, put it on your blog post, email it to your list, post it on Facebook, share it in some groups, you're done.
Right.
I mean, it's really not that serious, especially because everybody has a freaking smartphone.
Right.
Like, there's no excuse. If you're in your car and you're driving on your way to work, get a little thing, those little things for your car that holds the camera while you're driving. Shoot the video. When you come home later at night, you have your video ready.
Right. And you just edit it and then put it on the next day. And if you're doing it every day, the cycle starts.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter where you start because the cycle is going to.
And the momentum starts to pick up if you're doing it every day.
Especially with Facebook Live. With Facebook Live, I tell you, spoiler alert, all I did is funny because when I went to Top Earner Academy, I bought the recordings to Top Earner Academy for $97, which my accountant today said, "Hey, what's this?" I said, "Oh, put that under education. That's write that off." So something that I wrote off, all right, that I went to, I took some notes today, and that was my Facebook Live video from the notes that I took today. Okay, so if you just keep putting something in your notebook, it's literally like an uncashed check. And
Correct.
think about this. Like, I have 5,000 friends on Facebook, maybe 100 of those people saw it. Let's say 200. All right. So I could actually use that same video again with the chances of reaching maybe another 150 people that never saw it, the first time,
Exactly.
Or if it gets some good feed, then put it on my fan page and run, $30 to it.
Right. But not only that, if you're posting videos, uploading them on Facebook, or even if you're doing the Facebook Live, it really doesn't matter. And it doesn't even have to be a video. It could be an image. It could be text. It could be anything. You can take a post that was done, let's say, 6 months ago or something like that, a year ago, and bring it back to life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's real easy with the Facebook algorithm. All you need to do is go to an old post that you want to bring back to life, like it, and leave a comment on it. And now when you do that, that's going to bring it back up on the news feed, and now your people are going to see a post that was posted 6 months ago.
Right, and you can imagine how many friends you've gotten in that 6-month period that are brand new, you know?
Exactly.
So that's big stuff. That's big stuff. So let me ask you this. Obviously, you've been in this industry a long time. I know you are probably the queen of consistency, and then not just that, but preaching on consistency. So I know that if somebody preaches on consistency as hard as you have, you probably suffered from inconsistency at some point.
And I still do. I still do, because I'm not perfect. There are days where I don't want to work, and sometimes I don't. But the difference between me and somebody else just getting started is that I can afford to. I can afford to take a month off if I want to, because I put in that time to do it.
Earn inconsistency, right?
Exactly.
You gotta be consistent to get inconsistent.
Yeah, basically. Because now, like for example, I had just gotten a notification while I was just talking to you guys, and I made a sale. Somebody just signed up in my business.
Yeah. You gotta write it.
And I didn't even work really all day today. I really didn't do anything today, really, honestly.
Yeah.
I was out, hanging out all day and running some errands before I get on my flight on Thursday. So
that's awesome.
It's just happened. I mean, I wouldn't have made this sale that I just made while I was hanging out with you guys. I wouldn't have signed up a new member if I didn't have content out there that I was doing on a consistent basis.
Right. It's the content.
Exactly. This person just signed up because obviously I don't know who that person is, but they clearly signed up because they found most likely a video or blog post that I did.
Right. Right. That's awesome. So I mean, I remember Ray saying it really hit me with the blog was he was like, man, I just got tired of saying the same stuff over and over again, so I just make a blog post about it. That way I don't have to say it, and I can just send somebody to it.
Right.
Yeah. So let's say without giving away. Oh, Rusty, what's up, man?
He wants to be in the video because he's nosy.
So without giving away too much, I know I'm boring. I know. I know you just hooked up with Ray. We had Ray on last week. He brought down the house. I'm like right on your coattail trying to get in that Diamond Mastermind. So I'm coming. But what's one thing that like I said, not giving away too much, but what's one thing that you learned just being closer with Ray and Jessica? And I think the point of where I'm going with this is investing more and more and more in yourself and continuing to invest in yourself. Got him. What's one thing that you've gotten from throwing down that amount of cash for that high caliber of coaching?
Without giving away all the nuggets.
Yeah. I know Ray would just be like, son of a bitch.
No, she didn't, right? I think that here's one that I'll share. The fact that there's so many things that you could incorporate inside of your business, whatever that is. So, for example, I got with him because, number one, I wanted to learn how to, because I already know how to sponsor people. I didn't need help or coaching with that. I know how to do that blindfolded, right? But what I needed help with was coming up with a coaching program, trying to figure out what kind of coaching program to come up with, how to organize my coaching program. And then there was my new product. that I wanted to launch. How do I go about doing that? What tools do I need to do that? What system do I need to do that? Are there any, plug and play things that I could, sign up for or anything like that? But I think the one thing that I think that he taught me was that there's always something that you can create, always something new, I should say, that you can create, even if it's on a weekly basis inside of your business. So whether that be, let's say, like, for example, I had my coaching program, and then I offer, I created a lead magnet, a $7 tripwire on my blog. I'm working on an ebook. There's just like so many things that you could be working on to create content on your downtime.
Right.
One of the things that people get overwhelmed with is content creation. And they don't, a lot of the times they have so many ideas, but they just don't know where to start. Well, that's where this little thing comes into play. It's called a notebook. So write all your ideas down in a notebook and then work on them slowly. Even if it takes you 2 years to do all the things that you want to do in your notebook, imagine where you would be 2 years from now if you just, slowly but surely knocked out all the things, the ideas that you have that you want to bring to the marketplace. So I think that's one of the big things.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I remember, I think one of the places where I took off was I grabbed an old notebook when I first joined MLSP, where I was so frantic with taking notes every day.
Mm-hmm.
And it sat for a while. And then I said, I'm going to go back, because I just started my blog. So I said, what, why not just write my blog out of my notebook?
Right.
And start my blog out with 10 blog posts that I can just click and say, every day. And I'm 10 days ahead. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So right. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, what I want to do is, we got like 20 minutes. So I know this group is fiery. So I'm going to open up. You can unmute yourself one at a time.
I got a question.
No, Keith.
No, it's actually a good one though. Going back to like the North, huh?
A good question this time.
It's basically going back to the newest person that just get into MLSP, or even for the person that you're trying to offer the MLSP system to. What is like one of the routes that you take to offer the MLSP? I know you said you can sponsor with your eyes closed, blindfolded with a hat on, fitted cap, New York. I'm saying, what's your technique on offering the system to someone?
Asking them questions. Finding out what are they struggling with.
Yeah.
We as if you're in MLSP, which you are, because you wouldn't be here tonight, right? You have a system in your hand that is for network marketers, right? So if it's for network marketers to help them generate leads and convert those leads into sales, then let's go back to what I said when we started the beginning the beginning of the hangout, where I said there's thousands of companies out there, network marketing companies, with hundreds of thousands of reps inside of each company, and 97% inside of each company, 97% of them are struggling to generate leads and make sales. So if you're having a conversation with a network marketer and you're trying to dig into their pain points, then it will be easy for you to offer a system that can help them generate a lead that they've been so desperately trying to do. Because most of them don't know marketing. Most of the network marketing companies don't teach marketing. They teach, make your list of 100 people and go harass your friends and family and go do some three-way calls and some home parties. And not that stuff doesn't work, because it's been working since the beginning of network marketing, right? And it will always work. But the problem is that one, at some point that person is going to get drained out from harassing all their friends and family. They're not going to have anybody else to talk to. They already spoke to all their neighbors and coworkers and all that. And at some point, they're going to get frustrated because they're not generating leads and making sales. So if you can find out where the person is at the time you're having that conversation, are they having success? Are they not having success? What's working for them? What kind of strategies are they doing right now? And if you can find out and just be the question asker, be the educator, and just try to pull out some of the things that they're doing so that you can find a way to offer a solution. And the solution is MLSP.
Gotcha.
Remember, you're the problem solver. So if you're having a conversation and somebody's having a problem, solve it.
I like to be the back of the math book where the answer key is at.
What happened?
I like being the answer key.
You like being, I didn't catch that.
The answer key.
The answer key, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yep.
All right. All right. So I'll open it up. I know Marlon, you're already off mute, man. I got Lisa Torres here, my man. You want to ask Lisa a question, brother?
What's that again?
You want to ask Lisa a question, man?
Yeah, I've talked to Lisa a couple of times on Facebook. I tagged her in a couple of things, man. I was just happy she hit me back, man. I was like, this is what's up. I just got off of Ray Higdon's webinar, cold marketing. That's why I'm a little late. I'm like a sponge. I don't know what question's been asked, but I've been in network marketing 14 years, and but online marketing is still new to me, and I really want to get this. But my thing was for you. It's more like a personal question. Is what's one of the things that really kept you going? Because I still get a thing from my family where you're not a millionaire yet. Blah, blah. It doesn't bother me anymore, but you still have those weak moments. But just on a personal thing, like what really kept you going in the industry of network marketing? Because I think you're like double the time that I've been involved.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what most people go after. I do the opposite. What most people go after is they want the time freedom, they want the $1 million, they want the $1 million mansions and the cars and all that stuff. They want that stuff, the vacations and stuff like that. And all that stuff is great and you'll get it, but that wasn't my drive. My drive was I was just tired of working for somebody. I did not want to sit in an office for the rest of my life shuffling papers in a cubicle. That was like a nightmare for me. And I was doing everything that I can to try to get out of that situation. That was that's what I was trying to avoid. And when you find something that you're trying to avoid and you work towards moving away from it, then those other things like the money and the cars and the big teams and stuff like that, those will eventually come towards you. See, so I was moving away. My why wasn't, I want to make millions of dollars and drive a Mercedes Benz, and that wasn't my goal. I mean, it became my goal later, but when I first started, my whole why was that I did not want to sit in that cubicle anymore. Because at my last job 8 years ago, in 2007, I started developing, I was so stressed out sitting in that cubicle that I started developing a stress knot in my throat. I went to doctors to find out what it was because it felt like there was something stuck in my throat and I just couldn't figure out what it was. And I went to doctors. They stuck cameras down my throat, all types of tubes down my throat. They took blood tests. They did this, that, and they really couldn't find anything. So I was like, well, I'm going to go the alternative route. And I went to go see a Chinese herbalist. And they looked at my tongue, and they told me that I had something called plum pit chi, which basically is a stagnation of chi, right? My blood wasn't flowing properly because I was stressed out. And so they gave me herbs, and within 2 to 3 months or something, I started feeling a little better. But the stress, not, I could feel that it was still there, but it wasn't as bad because I was on the herbs and stuff like that. So it was because of my job. I was just so tired of, I didn't want to wake up in the morning anymore at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to get on a 7 o'clock bus, to stay on that bus for an hour, to get to work and get there at 9 or 8:30, and then stay there till 5, 5:30, sometimes 7 at night if they wanted me to work overtime, just to get back on the bus, just to stay on the bus for an hour, just to go home and be with my daughter for a few hours, get her to bed, get dinner done, give her a bath, go to bed, and start that process all over again. I couldn't deal with it. So that's, I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, I mean,
Good night.
very thoroughly. Because when I first saw you, and I saw your blog. As a matter of fact, I did my page from your blog when I first got introduced to you by Ryan, and I was like, man, this is cool. I'm doing the same thing. And then I was on your other webinar the other night. And that's when I found about Webinar Jam. I was like, this thing is cool as what? And so,
actually, that webinar that you were on?
Yeah.
I wasn't really there.
I know that. I know. I know. I've got this figured out now.
And that webinar that you just came off of with Ray Higdon? He wasn't really there either.
I was like, got him, right? So, but I was like, how are they doing this stuff? And I was like, I always learned, if you want to, my dad's real old school. He's in his 70s. And he said that, if you're ever going to war, you want to talk to the guy limping out, not the guy walking out.
Right.
Because the guy was in the foxhole.
It's
and he's going to tell you what it's like when you get in there. So, and that's just how I just live my life. And so, I buy a lot of people's opinions of lifestyles that I want. So this is awesome, man. Ray is the dude. I'm definitely glad he gave me a call. So I don't want to take up too much time, but I'm definitely thankful to be on this webinar with you all.
Cool. Thank you.
Who's next? We got about 15 minutes left, my friends, and the lovely Lisa Torres is with us.
How's it going, Ryan? This is Ryan.
Hello.
How you doing, Miss Lisa? My question is just when it comes to, like you said, consistently creating content. It's something that I've gotten into the habit of doing now each day. I guess what would you say as to put out each day? Would you just do a video blog, or would you? Because I'm trying to focus in on one or two things, and I've been doing a lot. I've written a couple of short ebooks just on different things, from fear of objection to the pain of not taking action, to just a bunch of different things. But I also been doing video blogs and stuff as well. But what would you say would be the main thing that you will put out each day outside? I mean, I've seen what you posted earlier, but would you just consistently do videos because they pull more, I guess, interaction, or how would you do it?
Yeah. Let me, I'll share my screen one more time so I can kind of show you guys something real quick. But hold on, because now Rusty is begging to get out the room. Hold on a second. Go ahead, go. All right. Let me show you what I do. Well, I was doing every single day, although I've been slacking for a little bit lately. Especially now this week, since I'm preparing to leave for Florida on Thursday. So this is my fan page. Now, if you should have a fan page. If you don't, you should have one. What most people don't know is that if you see this URL here, your fan page has kind of like a YouTube page, if you will. I'll show you what I mean in just a second, of all your videos. So it's kind of a page with a video list. And the way to get there is you go to facebook.com/whatever your, fan page name is, /videos with an S at the end. And I send people here a lot to watch my videos versus YouTube because I just get more interaction here on this platform. So what I would suggest is that you start doing video posts, video blog posts. If you notice, I started doing, hold on a second. Clicked on the wrong thing. I started doing videos. You can see that I am up to episode 77. Right? So I have 77 videos working for me right now on Facebook. Okay? Now, if you notice in some of the videos, I'll just open one. Just open any one here. Let's close this. So if you notice in the video, you know, I don't even know how to, here it goes. If you notice inside the video, in the description area, I also have a link to my blog post. So when I upload that video to Facebook, my fan page, I'm also putting a link to my blog post. So when people click on the blog post and they go to my blog post, they're also going to see the video there too with the big call to action underneath. See that? Big call to action underneath. And big words, you can't miss it. Right? So
That's cool.
yeah, so what I do also a lot is sometimes in my emails, when I send emails out to my list, because I bought a domain for this URL, which is called, you know, facebook.com/Lisa Torres fan page /videos, right, which takes them to that, you know, that list of videos. So I got a domain that says asklisatorres.com. And when people in my, you know, click on it, and if they see it in my email, if I put it there, they click it and they come to this page and they see all my videos. And you won't believe how many times people have said that they literally just hung out here for hours watching my videos. I get that all the time, that people are just always watching the videos. And that they love the content that I'm basically putting out. So if you do this consistently over and over and over again, you won't, I mean, you have to get results. You cannot get results. It's impossible for you to not get results. So just wanted to share that real quick.
Hey Lisa, real quick, how long are your videos?
They're like 3 to 5 minutes long. Sometimes a little longer if I'm doing a screen share video and I'm teaching them how to do something. Then it'll be, you know, however long it needs to be in order for me to get my message out and the training out. But if it's like, you know, it's usually around 3 to 5 minutes, sometimes a little longer.
Okay, well, I got to take about 40 minutes off my videos then. I'm just joking.
Yeah, you don't want to post long videos,
Right.
Because people will click off of it, or sometimes they won't even begin to watch it because they could see how long it is.
Right.
And they won't even begin to watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm on that. You watch my smoke, yo. I'm on that fan page thing.
Your fan page is getting hot, man, and I noticed, man, your ads are getting a lot of likes, so that's good stuff.
Thank you. I've been watching you all. I'm on Lisa's page like religiously.
I'm trying to get on that friend list, Lisa. I'm trying to get on that friend list.
The friend list? What do you mean?
Yeah, I sent you a friend request on the book.
Oh, did you? You won't believe how many friend requests I have. It's not even funny.
I won't believe it.
I got like 70.
I have about 700. Maybe even more than that. I'll tell you right now how much I have. Seriously, it's like out of control. I don't even know.
I think Kelly got a question too, though.
At one point, it was like in the thousands.
Wow.
I don't even remember how to see how many friends requests that I have, but it's literally, I could scroll forever if I click on friends requests. So if I missed you, it's nothing personal.
I know Kelly. Kelly had a question.
How's it going, Lisa? Just want to ask you, you're all about the Victory Tribe.
Yes.
We're in this boot camp with Ryan right now. Is kind of the atmosphere of the tribe of what Ryan's doing now, so we can kind of master that ourselves as we build our teams to make our own tribes as we go forward and people involved.
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Like what is it kind of like you holding hangouts with your team and kind of what you do all the?
No, I don't hold really any hangouts with my team. The only thing I do is I have a private members area off of Facebook. It's like a separate website. And when a new member comes in, all the getting started videos are right there. And that's how I get them started. So,
okay.
You know, I just say, go watch the videos. Don't go inside of MLSP because you'll get confused. Go watch my videos and go get started in there and do what I tell you to do, if you want to have success. If not, then go ahead and do your own thing then.
Right.
But I don't do any weekly hangouts or webinars or anything like that in my team. However, what I do with my team is I have a coaching. Remember, I was talking about one of my group coaching programs that I have. It's called Conquer Social Media, and what I do is I charge people $27 a month to hang out with me once a week, and then they can get the training in there. And what I do with my personally sponsored members inside of MLSP is I give them free access to that. So my personals are getting on with me once a week, right, but not their members. And their members, I mean, if their members want to get in, they have to pay the $27 too. So that's how I do it.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so we have a website. We have a separate website with instructions. It's got the boot camp recordings in it. So when you're sending new people, the first thing that you should be doing is sending them to that website, because it gives them instructions, and that's the most duplicatable thing for them to do when they get people started. It's just point. So you have a resource, guys. If you're not using that resource on a daily basis, trust me, I paid for it out of pocket. So take advantage of it because it's there for you. I mean, here's the deal. And I've heard Lisa say this, so I'll say it. Guys, each and every one of you that is on here and a mastery member, y'all pay my car, y'all pay my rent, y'all pay for everything that I have. You know what I mean? So saying that is, I go out and try to put out as much value as I possibly can to make sure that you're in profit, because you guys pay my bills. Okay?
That's right.
So it's the same thing when you have somebody else that is paying your bills.
Right.
Because this whole thing in network marketing, all it is you're trying to get someone else's money out of their bank account into your bank account.
Yeah.
Right? You just have to give them something that is of value, that they're in their mind, they're thinking, I would pay more than that. So I'll give you this money because I would pay more than that to get what I'm getting. Okay? So what you have right now, and with us, because you don't have to go out and do it. Okay, Kelly? You can use what you have right now until you have the income and the following and the influence and the time, because that shit takes a long ass time. It takes a long time, but it's worth it, because when you got 40, 50 people active in MLSP and you're at that $5,000 a month income, you can do it. You can pay somebody to do it. But until you get to the point where it's I can't afford not to have my own training site for my team, that's when you do it. But until that point, just use it, use our site, and if you have any ideas that can improve on what we have as a group, just shoot me the ideas and we'll go over it, because as marketers, and being in this space of MLSP, your marketing skills, your brain starts to work different, your blood starts to go, shit just starts to come at you, and you become a better marketer. So allow those ideas to come out, put them out there, like mastermind with people in a group, and we can take this thing to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
So, if anyone, I did get a text question. So, does anybody on the panel have any questions? I know we're about to wrap this thing up. Anybody on the panel have any questions? Anybody else? Going once, going twice again, going 3 times? Okay, I'm going to read the text question now. This is from Master Member Buster Carter. Okay, he says, ask her how much does she rely on a person to opt into her stuff and then come through the system, reach out to her for help, and the conversation starts up, versus actively starting a conversation with people she sees in groups or posting things about their biz the wrong way, and how productive has it been if she does? Period.
I do both. It's called, what's it called? Let me think of a good name for it. Active marketing and passive marketing is basically what it's called. The active marketing is actively going out there prospecting, and creating content. Your content is considered a prospecting technique, although you're doing it by adding value instead of saying, join my business, join my business, join my business. Buy MLSP, buy MLSP. It's not about that. It's about, here's why you need to learn this and this and that. It's about adding value in your videos and blog posts and stuff like that, because people will buy into what you're selling them. And what you're selling them is not just a system. It is the opportunity to learn a skill set that, if they don't learn, they're going to continue to struggle. Simple as that. Okay, and we have 8 years worth of training right inside of MLSP on all different types of topics. So it's kind of like a Walmart of marketing, where it's literally everything under the sun when it comes to marketing is inside of the system. You got all different kinds of strategies. It's kind of like a Chinese buffet where you have all this food laid out. Just pick one and get to work, right? And then the active marketing is actually going out there and talking to people. The passive marketing is doing the marketing and putting content out there that's working for you while you're out there actively prospecting. So, for example, if I'm having a conversation with somebody on, let's say, Facebook, right? Or if I'm on the phone with somebody that I just got off of Facebook, and I just showed you I have 75 videos or 77 videos or whatever on my fan page. That's passively working on the back end while I'm actively working on, live in real time. I have videos working for me over and over again, even when I'm sleeping. And when you do that, I just told you guys that I just signed somebody up while I was sitting here talking to you guys. Autopilot. And I'm pretty sure that the person came from one of my videos. So I hope that answered the question.
Now, let me ask you this, because I teach a lot of active, passive cycles. Okay, that's active, passive, and keep it going. When you have a good flow of that, and you have people reaching out to you, and you have a good following, when you're still reaching out to people, I think you're going to reach out to less people as you get going.
Correct.
You are going to start to reach out to less people, but I think it's really important to continue to really be focused on reaching out to people, because there's people that don't see your feed, and if you do have a conversation with the messenger, they'll start to see your feed.
Right.
Typically, if you hit them up, and Buster says thank you, but if you hit them up, people get curious. Like, people are the nosiest. We're the nosiest beings ever. So if somebody hits you up, or if you hit them up, what's the first thing you do?
Right.
Go creeping.
Exactly.
Your brain automatically
Exactly. Let me show you something really quickly, just to kind of prove a point of what I was saying, you know, between the difference of passive and active and things like that. So I'll share my computer one more time, my screen one more time. Okay, so this person, as you can see, 8:27 p.m., right? Oh, excuse me. Maybe that's not the one. Hold on. Was that 8:27 p.m.? Okay, right before I got on the hangout with you guys, I should say. Where's that person? Right here, 8:27 p.m. Okay, so it was an hour before I got the notification while I was on hanging out with you guys. So an hour before I got on with you guys, this person right here, and I'll pull them up. You could see that this person opted in at 8:03, signed up at 8:27. If I click on the lead and look down here and see, and I'll make this bigger so you guys could kind of see it. Here's the person right here, and here's my tracking code. You could see that I put a tracking code in. What's the first two letters? YT for YouTube. This person came from YouTube on a video that I posted on how to prospect strangers, and I posted this on March 27, 2016. Make sense? So just wanted to point that out so you can see the power of creating content. That person just came from YouTube for a video that I posted 2 weeks ago or whatever that was. If I didn't post that video, I wouldn't have gotten a sign up. Real simple.
Bam. Bada bing, bada boom.
That's it.
Well, we are, you know, we've been going at it for an hour. Lisa, I want to thank you for coming out tonight and sharing your knowledge with us. You know, you just your story is absolutely amazing. When I come to Atlanta, you'll definitely have to let me be your driver on a date night or something. You know, I'll let you know that. You know, I'm a great Mercedes driver, I promise.
Rusty ain't having that, Ryan. Rusty is not having that.
But you know, guys, I want to end it with if you can, I mean, find a way to get to live the dream. Because I tell you what, when I went to Top Earner, and this is not to brag at all, but like when you're in a room with people like Lisa and Ray and all Cedric and all these people, legends, right? You hit this point where you belong, all right? And that's the realest I can possibly tell you. I cannot describe it, but it'll bring tears to your eyes and you'll realize that you freaking belong. All right? If you make it to live the dream, I don't care what you got to do. If you got to sell Rusty and just after you come back.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to live the dream without my Rusty.
But I'm telling you guys, like, you're gonna have a moment. You're gonna have a moment where you realize that you belong, and you realize that the person that you looked up to that's on stage is no damn different. You know, they won their first race just like you did.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
and they just decided to keep winning and keep winning after the wound. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so. Guys, just like before you go to bed tonight, you need to like look in the mirror and tell yourself you're worthy. All right? Tell yourself that you deserve it. Like tell yourself that you rock. Tell yourself that you won't be outworked. That you won't be out consistent to you know? Like go ahead and make that decision right now that you are the shit. Because
you are.
You are. Yeah, because you are. You know.
I tell myself that you have to tell yourself that. I tell myself all the time, I'm the shit. I'm boss lady.
I'm doing it right now.
Nobody could touch me. I say it all the time, every day, every single day. Not because I'm conceited or anything like that, but because I know my worth, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I still have way more room for growth, way more money to make. I haven't hit the millions yet, right? So I have way too much room for growth. But what you have to understand is that this is a journey. It took me 18 years. In 18 years, I made only $20. Now I'm a multiple six-figure earner. I wouldn't be if I settled for the job that I was stuck in a cubicle all the time, getting plum pit chi in my throat. Okay, wouldn't be here right now talking to you guys. Wouldn't be the fourth person inside of MLSP that made it to L6 in a year and a day. I wouldn't be had it not been for the skill sets, the grind, combined. Learn something and grind it out. It's really that simple. Learn something and grind it out, and stop trying to see what everybody else is doing. Figure out what you need to be doing and go do it. Because you really shouldn't be paying attention to what anybody else is doing until you have your income producing activities done for the day. That's when you can get on Facebook and start being nosy and looking at what everybody else is doing. So, and getting back to what Ryan said about, you can come up with them, figure out how to get to the event, figure it out, okay? Because remember, I'll take you back to 2013 when I was 3 months backed up in rent and I only had $150 to my name, okay? I invested my $150 into a business, and then I just went hardcore bananas with it afterwards. And when I came up for air after 90 days, I was $25,000 richer. How did that happen? Because I'm the shit and I'm the boss, and I tell myself every day. And nobody can tell me otherwise. And so that's what you have to tell yourself every day, is that you're the shit and you're the boss, and whoever doesn't like your content, oh well. That's right. That's right. Oh well.
2.3 billion people on Facebook.
Exactly. And whoever doesn't, because there's tons of people that don't like me. There's tons of people that leave nasty comments on my videos or, whatever. There's tons of people that.
That's the thing.
Huh?
Exposure. It doesn't matter. I mean,
there's tons of people that don't like me, and honestly, I don't care, because I really only want to serve the people that actually do like me. Because I'm not here to to win a like race. But getting back to I'll share a story really quickly before we get out of here. It's gonna be quick, and then I'll let you go. When this was around the time I was 3 months backed up in rent, and I was trying to figure it all out. What I started doing is, because I was struggling in my network marketing business at the time, I said, what can I do? Tap into your resources. I started asking myself, what can I do right now that will bring in some extra money? What can we do? Me and my husband, right? What can we do as a team? Because we both weren't working, right? The only income we had was the network marketing business. That's it. Okay. And so we both came together and we said, what can we do? Right. So I said, well, here's what I'm going to do. I don't know what you're going to do. This is what I'm going to do. There's a bunch of kids in my neighborhood that their parents are working, and they're probably looking for somebody to take care of them after school. So I said, let me go to my daughter's school, put up some flyers, and go there and figure out what I wanted. Little girls, because my daughter was a little girl. So I wanted to watch little girls her age, around the same age group, that went to her school, so that I can go to her school, pick her up after school, and then pick up the other kids, the other 2 or 3 little girls as well. Well, I got 4 little girls that I started watching every single day after school until their parents came home from work to pick them up. And they were paying me $75 a week per child. Okay? 4 moms said yes to me watching their kids after school, and that included me giving them a little snack after, when I picked them up. So that $75 times 4 per week. You do the math on that per month. Okay, so I don't know what is that, like $800 a month or something like that. I created my own. I tapped into my resources and came up with an extra $800 a month. Okay, and then my husband, on the other hand, we have, and we still have our truck actually. We have a Buick Rendezvous. Okay, and so it's a 7-seater. So we were like, well, here's what I'll do. We lived in New York at the time, and he said, well, I'm going to go take the car and go cabin. So he started going to the train stations of New York City and picking up people that were coming out of work and taking them home. So everybody that was coming out the train station, he was like, taxi, 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 and he was driving those people home and coming home with about $50 every night. So when people say, oh, I don't have no money, bullshit. Yes, you do. Figure it out. Come up with something that you can do. There's something. Go mow somebody's lawn or something. Go babysit somebody's kids after school like I did, right? If you're living in New York City, take your car and be a taxi. Go work for Uber or something. Make that extra money because you can, right? You have feet, you have hands, you can speak, you can see. Utilize those resources that you have. So I'll throw it back to you, Ryan.
I'm sitting in my car right now, taking an Uber break as we speak.
You doing what?
I'm sitting in my car right now, taking an Uber break as we speak.
You work for Uber? Well, you see what I'm saying?
I'm like, this is my car seat right here. And I was like, I got to pull over and get on this webinar.
There you go. Well, that's
hey,
what
Marlon, pick me up, man.
There was no Uber back then. There was no.
I'm thinking about Cumberland right now.
Yo, pick me up some Cheesecake Factory, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm right here in Atlanta. Like, it's great. All these crazy folks that ain't gonna need some rides. But,
yeah, so you do what you got to do. I mean, Dunkin' Donuts, for crying out loud, hires all the time. Go get a part-time job there so that you can, do it temporarily if you need to do that up until the event, so that you can have extra money to go to the event. I mean, sky is the limit. Get creative and just make it happen. It's only temporary.
I love it, guys. Round of applause for Lisa. Lisa, the L6 Torres in the boxing ring. Get him. You're amazing, Lisa.
Thank you.
I'm trying to play catch up, keep up, pass up, you're amazing. So, keep doing everything you're doing. I cannot wait to high five you at Live the Dream. Super bummed I won't see you at the boot camp this weekend. I gotta go to Memphis, so I won't be able to make it. But I know. But what you do for our community, what you do for all of us, you don't even know how many people you impact, I'm sure. But just know you're making a difference outside of the people that you don't even know you're making a difference for.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you so much for having me on tonight, hanging out with you guys. You guys are amazing, and you just keep doing what you're doing because you, Ryan, are definitely going in the right direction, so don't stop. And I want nobody here watching this tonight should ever even think about stopping. Stopping is not an option. It doesn't exist. I mean, unless you're happy with staying at your job for the rest of your life for the next 30, 40 years or however long you're going to be, that's an option, then go ahead, you quit.
Yeah, quitting is not an option. I learned from MLSP, and I tell my team all the time, you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable to get the results you want.
Yeah, that's right. And believe me, when I put up those flyers in my daughter's school to try to figure out, how to get 4 little girls, to babysit, believe me, that was extremely uncomfortable. But I just made it happen.
That's what's up, guys. Well, guys, we're wrapping up week 7. Got a lead generation master coming in next week to wrap up the boot camp. So guys, just keep pushing forward, keep pressing on. If you have questions, ask questions, because you'll never get answers to the questions that you don't ask. Okay. And you know, I'll say this to end it. If you got questions, like, look for the answer first. Like, make your brain work. Like, really look for the answer first. Because I'll tell you this. I remember asking Kate McShay for questions, or I missed her asking for questions. She never answered them.
I do the same thing. I do the same thing with my team. I'm always like, you know, sometimes I'll just ignore them purposely, because most of the time when I do that, they come back and say, "Oh, never mind, I found the answer." I'm like, "Yeah, I know you did. I figured you would."
Yeah, because if you want it bad enough, you're gonna find a damn answer.
Yeah.
You know, Kate just she was just like, no, like, get it done, figure it out. And guess what? Figured it out. You know, so what you guys had, and Kate didn't put on a boot camp for us. You know, she didn't do any of that. So I mean, you guys just use it, take it, kill it, run with it, and let's all honey badger crew. You know, shit, let's get it. So I'm going to sleep. I'm out of here. I got trading to do and stuff. I'm out of here. Y'all.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night, y'all.